Test, test, test. Test 1, 2. And welcome to Wildcats Live, everybody. I was talking about going live, coming up the Gulch here to Jacobs Gulch for this Intermountain League matchup. And not planning on having to throw everything together in zero time. We're getting started about 10 minutes early tonight. So welcome, all of you that are tuning in. Thank you for being patient. Those of you that waited. We will probably get a few more people joining as we go here because we are going a little early tonight. Not sure why that is. I'm sure there's probably a good reason. And we are here for an Intermountain League clash between the Kellogg Wildcats and the Bonners Ferry Badgers. Bonners making the trip south down the highway here. It's not a short trek, and during this pandemic, it's even more challenging, so we're glad they're here. Of course, Superintendent Jan Baer spent some time here in Kellogg, so we've got some connections. We've got a 3-1 so far. Bonners Ferry taking an early lead against Kellogg, getting out to a quick start, just like the match itself. I am awaiting my wingman or my commentator, our lead, Josh McDonald, dubbed, I'm not sure what kind of shout out he got from Steve Shepard. I was away from the computer, but any accolades from Steve are worth their weight in gold. So we got a little wide there on the hit there. I think it was number 15, Reese Lane. We will we'll get our replay panel up here and running here shortly. Service there by, I think that was Maddie Cheney. It's going to be 5-2. Bonners coming out of the gate pretty energetic here tonight. And I have not gone through the starters. I was literally setting up the microphones. We transfer our equipment from the football field to the gymnasium. There's a big kill by Haley Cheney. So we're just kind of getting things going here, but we're going to go ahead and go to replay on that and get a look at Haley Cheney. If I timed that right, I got to get my panel synchronized here, but who wants to be in the way of that thing? Not me. So here we are here. Looks like we got Williams on the serve for the Wildcats. Little bit of a outside hit there again by Reese Lane, who in my few seconds since arriving here has been super active. Also on the floor with her is Lexi Moss, donning that pink libero jersey. Wildcats trying to steady themselves here, and no better way to do that than to set Haley Cheney up for a kill. What a great dig there. I believe that was Moss again. If I'm saying these names wrong, go ahead and send us an email, kwildcatslive@gmail.com. Try to get those right. We know that matters to you guys, and want to make sure we get that right. There's just a little off-balance kill there, a little tap over the net by Haley Cheney. Just caught the Badgers, and number 14, Asha Abubakari, I'm going to try to make sure I get her name right as well. Some of these names I have not heard as of yet, so we're going to try to get those right. This is Rosie Campbell. All she does is serve aces. Looks like we got 3 hits or double hit there, and it looks like Kellogg will get a point and Rosie will retain serve. Boy, I don't even know how that thing got over the net, you guys. That thing was a heat seeker, and we're going to get another look at that. Or maybe not. We're going to switch cameras. Nice block there by Haley Cheney and Grace Nearing. Wildcats steadied themselves a little bit here. Actually a good crowd here for the Wildcats. Needed to mask up when they're out and walking around. They sit with families. They can take their masks off. And we do have a little bit more of a crowd from Bonners than we did for the JV and the C, which we did video only. And that is, again, number 14. I'm going to say that is Abubakari. If I'm saying that name wrong, let me know. kwildcatslive@gmail.com. I'll get that up here in a second. Bear with us. We got started 10 minutes early, pushing the technology to the limit. Nice kill there by Haley Cheney. And there's the replay. We're going to try to get that embedded down there for you so you don't miss any of the action. I'm going to try to monitor this as I go. Libero there, Piper Rainio, number 22. She's in the red tonight. I prefer the gold, but the red will do. Always good to know where that libero is. They're such an important, they're just kind of the quarterback or the point guard of the team in volleyball. Haley Cheney going jump serve. Nice save there by Grace Nearing, and then nice little set across by Haley Cheney. Lots of action here right now, lots of volleys. Haley Cheney, and that was just out. I mean, that was just a really tough call by the line judge there. And we're going to take a look at that if you want to see for yourself. As, let's see here, that is number 3 for the Badgers, Avery Pluitt. I've heard that name before. She gets ready to serve and does so, scores a point. Boy, I tell you what, everybody, just getting here and getting set up, they're not giving me any opportunity to take a breath. This is just high impact, high quality volleyball here in the Intermountain League between Kellogg and Bonners Ferry. Welcome, Bonners Ferry Badgers. Those of you tuning in, we're glad to have you and glad that you can join this way. I'm seeing our viewer count go up, and that is a testament to it is actually 7 o'clock. I'm going to need an explanation. I'm going to need an explanation from somebody why we started 10 minutes early. This is just too good a volleyball to rush into. But hit the ground running, and we have a 9-12. We actually have a scoreboard module, but I didn't get a chance to get my crew set up on it. We'll try to get that going for the second set. Kellogg just scrambling right now. Bonners has got him on the ropes. And it is Pluitt doing the damage. Her serve has just been too much to handle. And Kellogg will take a break and they will regroup, and so will I. We'll be back after a word from one of our great sponsors. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live. From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live. We are back. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Andrews Gymnasium, Kellogg, Idaho, Kellogg High School. Pluid continuing to do damage to the Wildcats here. I think she's rattled off 5 or 6 straight points. She's got a nice little jump serve there that the Wildcats just aren't being able to handle cleanly, and subsequently not able to reverse this and get the serve to their side. Nice reaction there by Cheney. They've kept Cheney somewhat neutralized here the last couple of possessions. That is Haley Cheney. Maddie, her sister, is on the front line right now as well. And it looks like that's going to be another point for Bonners Ferry. If I recall correctly, Bonners Ferry got out of the gate really fast up in Bonners Ferry as well. Kudos to them. It's a great match. Pluid continues here. This is quite a run here for Avery. She is throwing some heat here, and Wildcats having some trouble handling it. So we'll see if they can right the ship. So far, no. Another point for Bonners. It's going to be 16-9. Apologies on the score. We'll get that going as soon as we can. Of course, you can see the scoreboard there from the North Cam. Good job on the camera, Ty Cheney. Buck Coe, Wildcats live crew, growing every year. There's a nice little soft block there by Grace Nearing, just kind of like she does things. She's just kind of the silent assassin. Looks like we're going to have Piper Rainio. We're going to go North Cam on this one because this serve, I've been told I use this word a lot, but this is a wicked serve. It's like a knuckleball. She put a little topspin on that one. And already Bonners Ferry a little discombobulated because you know they've got this scouted, and they know that there's going to kind of be that floating knuckleball, and it wasn't. It was kind of a diving topspin. Piper really adding to her arsenal here. There's the knuckleball. Difficult to field. Just got to stay simple, and there it is. Piper put a little 2-0 run. Wildcats within 4, 12-16. We're going to go ahead and we're going to get a replay from the North Cam from Piper's serve there while she serves her third serve of this rotation. Wildcats look a little more organized. Williams not able to get that outside kill over, but at least the Wildcats look like they have stopped the bleeding a little bit. And we will see if they are able to continue that and get something set up here on the receiving end. There's Cheney right there. Looks like a little bit of a force. Again, credit to the Badgers right here. They've got number 2, Emma Lucas, serving now. Badgers just are not here just to make an appearance. They are here to win, and they are now up 7, and that is what I call the net crawler. It's that serve that hits the white tape on top of the net and just kind of crawls over. It's just kind of a heartbreaker. But if you get it to go, it's golden. Thanks again for joining us, everybody. I'm still catching my breath. I'm still trying to do my job and on the production end, and Josh McDonald's job, which is tough to do. Josh knows a lot of these athletes and does a lot of research and does some reporting, a lot of reporting for the Shoshone County News Press. So I'm just kind of doing double duty here, and we've got number 4, Graceland Nearing, on the serve here for the Wildcats. Don't want that to go to waste. Dangerously close to being in the net there for the Wildcats. Nice job by libero there, Moss. Again, she has been digging just about everything the Wildcats are throwing her way, or hitting her way, I should say. And Maddie Cheney says, you know what, you're not going to get this one. And Wildcats are back within 5. So early momentum going to the Badgers, but the Wildcats are hanging in. Grace Nearing serve, tough to handle again. Bonner's just going to get it back over to see if Wildcats can use it here. They try to go with the quick set there by Nearing. Haley Cheney tries to do a kill there and unable to do so, so Bonners will get a point. And that will bring Reese Lane, or no, that will bring number 5 in as a substitution, Mallory McLike. We'll see if I said that name right. I'm going to check my email here shortly when I can catch a breath. Yeah, Wildcats just don't look in sync right now. Even on the receiving end, they're not getting any hit opportunities except from the back row. And even a back row hit from Haley Cheney is deadly, but not what the Wildcats prefer. There's an outside opportunity for Williams. Not sure what that was. Didn't get a chance to see that. We'll go ahead and we'll let you get a little bit of replay on that. And we'll see if we can get Ty going here on the score. We got Buck up on the camera, Buck Co. We got our Wildcats live crew. Everybody's here but Josh tonight. As the Wildcats close within 4. And Ty is working on the score for you guys, and we're going to put that on the screen for you. Just so let's see if we can get that dialed in. And it looks like we have a timeout here, so we're going to go ahead and go to a word from one of our sponsors. Thanks for watching Wildcat.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats!
Welcome back here, 17:20. We're still dealing with a little bit of technical difficulties due to the early start. I'm going to keep hounding on that. Oh, boy. Cheney there trying to put it away and just... Bonners Ferry sort of able to dig that, but it turned out it was either a double hit or a carry. Wildcats unable, Badgers unable to stave that hit off by Cheney. And their sister Maddie is on the serve. Yeah, that was definitely a carry there by Rainio. She got sucked too far up here, and a little bit of a mid-range kill there by, I think it was number 15, Reese Lane again. We've got number 7, Sierra Patesh on the serve for the Badgers. And there's another mishandle by Rainio, so it's going to be 22-18. Kellogg on their heels again. We're going to see if we can get that score up here soon. There's a serve by Patesh, and that's Pluid. No problem for Pluid right there. Just finds the void in the Wildcats receiving end. Wildcats looking a little bit on their heels right now as Patesh is kind of rattling off a few serves here, and that one's going to go long, wisely allowed to go long by Rainio. So the Wildcats are going to need a little bit of magic here to get this first set. But what a first set it's been. I'm just a little disappointed that we had to start it 10 minutes early. Although, you know, I know that the Bonners Ferry Badgers have a long trip home, so we know that that's something that probably was taken into consideration. We're going to see if we can get our live score. Wildcats still having trouble just fielding serves. Badgers are relentless. Wildcats looking a little disorganized, but I think this will fix it. Haley Cheney on the front line with a nice set. And I think that's going to really that's going to be a tough to deal with no matter where we're at here. Looks like we got Ko on the serve. She's going to need to get that in play. No need to get fancy here. Bonner's unable to handle it. And now is where, if you're Bonner's Ferry, you know, Kellogg's got a great team. You know, you beat Kellogg, but now when you're up 24-21, it's kind of a mental thing. You've got to be able to finish. Emily Ko on the serve, and she's getting them over the net. They're not super difficult to get back over, but maybe that's something that is thrown. It's kind of like a changeup. I'm not saying these serves aren't great serves, they are. But when you see Haley Cheney, Maddie Cheney, and Grace Nearing and Piper Rainio, and then Emily just gets up there and just says, hey, I'm just going to put it over there and play. You know, it can be tough to handle. So we're going to take another break. We're going to go to another ad, and we'll be back and hopefully have a few more technical difficulties cleared up. Thanks for watching.
From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live.
So you can see that scoreboard and see this serve coming in. Emily Ko, I think she's rattled off 4 or 5 in a row. What a back and forth this has been. It's just been like a heavyweight. There we are, Wildcats. You probably saw it in the small window while we were troubleshooting. Wildcats come back from, I think, a 5 or 6 point deficit behind the serving of Emily Ko and take the first set 26-24. Apologies for not giving you a main cam view of that while we were working out some difficulties. Again, it would be awesome if we could find out why we started 10 minutes early. We are down a man, but we're hanging in there. Thanks for watching Wildcats Live, everybody. We're going to go to a word from some of our sponsors.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! Located at 6600 North Government Way, ACI Northwest is the premier heating, cooling, and electrical company in the area. With more than 85 years of experience, they provide their customers with total home comfort and complete peace of mind. They do this through their commitment to professionalism and a written, unconditional, 1-year, money-back satisfaction guarantee on all residential installations. Call ACI Northwest today for excellent heating, air conditioning, and electrical services. The crew at ACI want to remind people that this time of year, furnace maintenance is important to ensure the longevity of your equipment and to avoid the nuisance of expensive breakdowns on the coldest days of the year. Ask how to save 20% on your maintenance and or repairs. Go Wildcats!
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, and we are at full strength finally here, set 2. Josh McDonald, I just rewound set 1 for him and talked to him about the Wildcats. Really just not getting rattled there at the end, and Emily Coe coming in and serving up some points. So it is 1-0 Kellogg in this set, 1 set to 0, Josh.
Imagine being that deep.
And Bonner's Ferry.
Have a freshman come in and
that's
save
right.
You.
Couple freshmen doing some great things, and Bonners came to play too, Josh. So they had a great first set.
This is the only team that's taken a set from our girls this season, so not surprising that they would be playing well. I watched that game with great interest, and we didn't have a line judge, didn't see it. Is that Pam Went over there?
I think that is Pam.
I think she ducked out of the way and didn't see where it landed. It was definitely out. There's no homering there, but she had to duck out of the way. Ooh, Maddie Cheney gets one just over the net there.
The net crawler.
Ooh. And this Bonners team, they're talented. That is out right there.
Yeah, they are.
They are a talented team, and they don't back down from anyone. They have a very, very athletic front line that is capable of making plays at the net against the Wildcats, which not very many teams can say that they do.
Yeah, so far, Josh, Pluid has been super active. So has Asha Abubakari, I believe is how you say her name. I'm not totally sure. Now that I have you here, I can check my email and make sure we're pronouncing things correctly.
I believe they were on the Boundary County live feed. They were calling her Asha. They were just
going with the first name.
Just going with Asha.
Well,
and I feel like that'll.
We're gonna get it, Josh. We're gonna get it.
Abubakari.
Yeah.
That's a sweet name.
That is a great name.
Is she a foreign exchange student? Not that I'm.
I do not know. She's a good volleyball player, though. I do know that.
She's
got
athlete.
some energy.
Yeah. Ooh, that.
That had some heat.
Popped over, free ball, and just no one there to play it.
And Bonners has done that tonight, Josh, and they did that up at their place as well. They know when to go unconventional against Kellogg because they match up okay, but they don't match up toe-to-toe. So
very reminiscent of what Priest River was able to do against the Wildcats last year.
And Pluid had a great first set with some serves there. No one's going to get that.
There are Pluids for days in Bonners Ferry.
Yep, that name I knew.
I believe I competed against a Pluid in high school. I think all of my siblings did.
Yep. Yep.
The gift that keeps on giving to Bonners Ferry.
That's right.
Serve there. Is that Emily Coe? Yes, it is.
That is. She's got the serve going tonight.
Ooh, deep hit there from looking for names still.
That'd be number 7.
Patesh. Sierra.
And she was quite active in the first set as well. Bonners came to play, Josh. It's been fun. If I didn't have to scramble and set stuff up 10 minutes early, it would have been even more fun.
Good play there. What are we going to get a net violation?
Yeah, it looks like we were in the net there, just a little too much.
They were in the net, it looks like, on her hit. So Wildcats on top, 5-3. Coe at the line serving. Sounds like this is the girl we want at the line right now.
Yeah, she's got, there's a net crawler. I love those when they're ours.
They're so difficult. Oh, here we go. Game time. Get
Good
the replay camera going.
Haley Cheney found the spot. It wasn't overly dominant, but she's smart. So
the old misdirection play there. And right now the Wildcats are rolling a little bit. And every now and again it feels like they need that little jump start. You know, that little nudge to get them going. And if it was a tight set to get them going, then, I'm happy that they're going.
Yeah, I was not conceding that first set, but I was like, Bonner's just came to play. Kellogg's going to have to regroup, and they did in the middle of the set, which is nice. That's good coaching, I think.
Piper Rainio trying to make the hustle play there, just a little bit out of position, and a little bit goes a long way in volleyball.
It does.
And head coach Kendra Moss, I really like her. She seems to have a pretty good head on her shoulders, and she's got these girls who, from a personnel standpoint, there isn't a team in the Intermountain League that's going to be that's going to match up with Kellogg.
No.
So her team comes into this overmatched, yet here they are at least being competitive.
Oh yeah, very much so. They've been giving Kellogg everything they can handle. I agree with you, Josh, and that must be her daughter, or at least a relative. We're doing the relative game again. Number 4, the libero Lexi Moss. It's got to be related somehow. I'm gonna have to. I told everybody I would pull up my email
we
could
some counterbalance. Haley Cheney is just serving fire, and that one almost came right up into our window. That one took a couple rogue bounces, and Wildcat's Coach Moss is gonna take a timeout there. And I don't say that I blame her. Wildcat's jumping out quick after what apparently was a come-from-behind win that Bonner's had a lot of momentum in.
I think Bonner's led by over 5 3 times.
Ooh,
Kellogg kind of came back and brought it to within 4, and then Bonner's went up 7, and then Kellogg brought it back within 5, and then at the very end, it was 22, I think 18 or 22-17, and bring in Emily Coe, and she rattled off. She must have been like 19 because she rattled off 5 or 6 straight serves, which was pretty impressive.
To just send it home, huh?
Yep.
Wow. Well, good for her. I know in the conversations I've had with Coach Bruner lately, she's been really pleased at the progression of her freshmen. I can't say that I blame her. When you look at the names, they're not names that you're necessarily unfamiliar with, be it Maddie Cheney, Macy Jerome, and then, you start adding in Emily Coe and some of those names, and it's just impressive what she's doing with these freshmen. Nice misdirection tip there. Oh, Macy Jerome making a big play at the net. Staying busy there. Oh, man.
Oh, good night.
Knocked her off her feet.
Kudos to Reese Lane for digging that from. They're taking some of these Cheney kills.
Oh, my goodness. And Haley Cheney has improved
She's
her
hitting from everywhere, yeah.
From every spot on the floor, and a double hit there. And what an excellent play there from everybody. To see it end on a double hit kind of sucks.
And they call it volleyball, Josh. And when you see a great volley, that's why they call it volleyball.
It is probably the more. I mean, we all love the big spikes and the sound that ball makes when it hits the floor real hard. But
seeing hustle, it's like in basketball when there's guys on the floor and it's just a loose ball. And
Rosie Campbell at the last second ducked to the floor to let that go out of bounds.
Did Rosie go full matrix on that one?
I don't know.
Let's look at it again.
She just dropped.
Oh, she did. She went full matrix on us.
She saw it coming, thought about playing it in the last second. And Macy Jerome with the serve there.
We got another freshman serving heat.
Yeah. And another smart play. Wildcats letting the Badgers dig their own grave here early.
Oh, Josh, it's tough to not just keep talking about the freshmen, but I just can't believe we have so many freshmen contributing.
We've got 3 of them on the floor right now, I believe.
We got Cheney, we got Maddie Cheney, we got Jerome.
Nope, and I always accidentally lump Caitlin Pipkin in with the freshmen.
All right.
Oh, almost blocked. Just barely crawls over Pettish's hands.
Wildcats with they're carrying momentum forward from set 1 for sure.
I mean, they seized it at the end there. I happened to come in and was able to watch. Oh, no.
Oh, boy.
You can't do that. You can't lob them up to the Cheneys.
No, Maddie will take those any way she can get them.
She has to show you every now and again that Haley isn't the only one you should be afraid of.
Yeah, she'll finish that every time.
Another good serve here. Macy Jerome over the net. Good block.
Good deflection there, gave him a chance.
Good hustle by Rosemary Campbell. Oh my goodness, Wildcats all over the place. Coach Bruner loving what she's seeing.
And they're going to get Bonners in the net.
Maddie Cheney, not only did you end up in the net, but Maddie blocked you. You had a clear advantage.
This is some good volleyball, Josh. This is good stuff. If you're not tuned in, or here, you're missing out.
You are missing out. Oh, good hit by Pettish there. Wildcats almost blocked it. I think that was Macy Jerome right there, challenging her at the net and just had her hands a little too wide. You got to tighten that up so that the block comes back and doesn't get stuck in your hands. That's what both coaches are telling her. Rosemary Campbell pops that up. Macy Jerome trying to get a little redemption
Pipkin
shot there.
just fearless on
Pipkin.
that.
Why do I keep wanting to? I mixed them up. Oh, and Cheney.
Well, Josh, I'll confess. A lot of times you're so good at names, I'll let you drive. And when you weren't here, I was like, I gotta do some homework here. So I got to load. I had to get some numbers and get them dialed in.
It doesn't help that Jerome is 9 and Pipkin 6.
No, it looks.
I shouldn't be as dyslexic as I am right there. Double hit. Ooh, that was a good hit there by Fluid, but it is all for naught.
Fluid's had a good night so far. Bonners is just they're on the edge. They're close to making these matches go, and they did make the first one go the distance, the first set. But
another double hit here, and you are just shooting yourself in the foot if you are giving the Wildcats resident Terminator more opportunities at the serve line. Grace Nearing will kill you. Great serve there by Grace. Double hit. I think the Badgers are on double hit alert now. Set up, and Grace from the middle
will finish it.
Oh, good hustle play there by the Badgers, though. Free ball for the Wildcats.
That was a great dig by Moss.
Here we go.
Good night.
Oh, left. You don't know how to stop the left. Nobody knows how to stop the left. We try. They try and practice. They can't do it. My goodness, Maddie Cheney.
That deserves a full screen replay.
We do love the full
Just
screen.
Maddie Cheney right there at the net, just ready.
Wildcats up by 12, 18-6 here. Grace Nearing serving fire. Oh, my goodness, and the Wildcats couldn't get that one to stay. Almost made a play there, but just couldn't quite finish it. And
I'm way more comfortable. This is Wildcats Live. We are a touch biased. I'm way more comfortable at 18-7 than I was at 22 or 23 to 18.
Yeah, that's
Bonners. They
a little tight.
They came out ready. It was good stuff.
Caitlin Pipkin again.
Pipkin is just not holding back at all.
Oh, and a block there. This one by Emily Coe. Oh, these freshmen. Absolutely loving what we're seeing from the freshmen. They don't play like freshmen.
They don't, Josh. And even Pipkin, she doesn't have a ton of varsity experience, but she doesn't step back at all.
Imagine being on, oh, what a hit. Way to get a hand on that. Woo. And when you have that trust, it's not Joel. Good grief.
What a dig by Moss again. She's been doing that. That just needs to be said there. Point to the Wildcats, but Moss, kudos.
And I think sometimes Haley falls in love with her own hit because, quite frankly, who wouldn't?
Right.
If you were hitting the ball like that. But she could get better hits, I think, sometimes if she let plays develop. But when her teammates put the ball in a position for her to play it.
Yeah, she just gotta.
Tough out right there for the Badgers, who are now down 21-7. Wildcats are just rolling right now. Maddie Cheney stepping up to serve. We know what she can do.
We do know what the southpaw can do here. Old lefty. She can spin it.
Oh, that was like a weird sidewinder of a ball.
Pipkin a little aggressive there, got into the net a touch.
Badgers stay alive.
I like it though. She's so aggressive.
Yeah, if aggression is the thing we're worried about, then we're doing okay. When you see volleyball players not playing aggressively, that's a real issue for me. I really like these Bonners jerseys. Usually I'm not a guy. Your wrists are broke. Haley Cheney done broke your wrists.
Ouch.
But I do like these Badgers jerseys a lot.
I do too.
There's a lot going on, but I like them.
They got a little bit of patriotism to them too. They got some stars on the backside and the sleeves.
Yeah.
And they are school colors. They got the blue and the silver. I do like them.
I like the kind of the concrete gray.
Yeah.
Ooh, Wildcats on top 23-8 here. Really moving closer and closer to picking up a decisive win here.
Yeah, this is quite a swing from that first set.
Oh, what a heck of a serve.
Boy.
Caitlin Pipkin just...
I think we are seeing Caitlin Pipkin's coming out party, Josh.
Why
She is
not?
here for the win.
Just a heads up, your Kellogg Wildcats are going to be also your entire Intermountain League all-league team, I think, the way they're playing lately. Oh, and that'll do it. Set number 2 to the Wildcats, 25-8. That one not even close. We're going to take a little break. We'll be back with the third set after a word from some of our sponsors.
A fervent Kellogg Wildcat supporter based in the heart of the historic Silver Valley and North Idaho, NASCO Industrial Services and Supply delivers world-class materials and service to the world's top mining and industrial operations. NASCO Industrial Service and Supply is a full-service agency including logistics, procurement support, and construction, built to serve the industries that make modern life possible. Day in, day out, they propel many of the world's largest industrial and mining companies to meet their production and financial milestones. Wildcats Live and Wildcat Activities thank NASCO Industrial Services and Supply for their support. Visit them online at nissglobal.com or call 208-783-0361. Go Wildcats! From plywood to paint, tools to trim, they have it all, or they can order it in just a few days' time. Kellogg Lumber Company is a veteran-owned business that has been supplying the Silver Valley with quality building materials to contractors, builders, and homeowners for 4 generations. Personal service and knowledgeable staff make Kellogg Lumber the right choice for your next project. With 50 years buying experience, let Steve and the knowledgeable crew at Kellogg Lumber use their many well-established vendors to source the materials you need for the right price and delivered on time. Kellogg Lumber, more than just lumber for 4 generations. Hometown proud sponsors of Kellogg Wildcat Athletics and Wildcats Live.
Back, ladies and gentlemen, potentially third and deciding set here at Andrews Gymnasium. Your Kellogg Wildcats battled back from a really tight first set to completely blow out the Badgers in the second set, and now look to sweep the Badgers in Intermountain League play here.
Yeah, the Cats smell blood now, Josh.
This is the only team that's taken a set from them all season long, and after sweeping every other team, I have to believe that the Wildcats would like to add, for lack of a better term, another notch on the belt of sweeps. And they started out real well right there.
They did, and still again, kudos to the Badgers in that first set. I mean, they brought it, and they were, I think, just every bit as close as you can get to winning and not doing it. But they're there. They're going to be there.
Grace Nearing serving for the Wildcats is really bad news for the Badgers. Nice
Fluids had
pop
some
there.
nice hits tonight.
Oh, good set from Cheney. Good hit from Emily Coe. And absolutely loving what we're seeing from the freshman. We I feel like we keep saying the same thing over and over, but there is a reason
Gosh,
we keep saying it.
yeah, it's fun to say. I mean, if we're going to repeat stuff, I'd rather repeat, that we just can't believe how good our freshmen are.
Right. Speaking of, nice little misdirection there by Coe. Good hit there from the Badgers. Pipkin blocked at the net, though. Good play. And the block there, good block there by Avery Pluid. Gets the block, gets the Badgers on the board, and will now be serving. Pluid serve here. Jump serve. Right to Haley Cheney. Popped up. Maddie Cheney, little awkward left-hand hit. Rolls the net and drops. Badgers get a free ball here to the Wildcats. One thing you don't want to do is give that opportunity. Way to play that, though.
Number 16, Allie Wirtz.
Allie Wirtz.
Good night. Nice job on that.
Yes. That one. That was a you earned your money dig right there.
See if we can get that on replay.
Maddie Cheney serving for the Wildcats. That left-handed heat seeker. Popped up. Ooh, hard hit. Piper Rainio tried to play it. Probably could have let that one go. But that's one of those plays. Once you've committed in volleyball, there's not a lot of decommitting.
Right, yeah, it's split-second decision-making, and you have to go on your instincts. And good job by Lane there on that kill. She's had a good night tonight as well.
Who's serving? Is it still Pluid for the Badgers?
It's still Lane.
Oh.
She's all over the place.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy. Nothing you can do about that one. Bury it.
The speed. I need to know the speed.
Yeah, we need a clock on that thing.
Because from hand to floor, it sounds like a clap. It's not.
Oh, Josh, I just looked at the replay, and I cannot believe what I just saw.
What was it?
Just Haley's kill.
Just Haley.
In slow-mo, it's even better.
How horrifying in slow-mo.
Josh, it's worth a second look. Let's go ahead and take a look at our monitor back here. You can get a second look at that while we go. Here it is. Good night.
It's still fast. In slow motion, it's still fast. Ooh, and a little too much sauce on that one from Pipkin.
Yeah.
Sends that one wide.
Yeah, Josh. Hey, I mean, Haley's just, I still feel last year, much of the end of the season, I think she was not feeling well.
Yeah,
like you said, many of the girls into basketball just weren't feeling great.
And unfortunately, it showed.
It did.
At state. Ooh.
Oh, Coe just tried to feather it in there. It just missed.
Just came off her fingers a little funny there. But you could see it. I mean, at the state tournament, the Wildcats started out strong. Big win over Snake River. Lost the tight one against Filer that, oh my goodness, that they should have won. Oh, that's
Bonner's
a frustration.
A little confused, yeah.
That's a communication issue. That one's easily fixed. Just someone step up and do it.
But Josh, how about, continuing on the state story you were telling last year as Emily gets ready to serve here, how much of a disadvantage was it for us with several jump servers to not be able to jump serve?
On those side courts, the way the setup did not favor our jump serving.
Not a good deal.
Especially college-bound players like Sierra Brandt.
Exactly.
Who could not get her serve the way she normally got it. Uh-oh. Don't serve them up to her like that. If you lob up meatballs, she will devour them. Double hit there. But they fell apart. I mean, they went up 2 sets to 1 and then lost in 5. And then you could just tell everything that they had went into that game or that match against Filer. Then I think it was Gooding who got him and eliminated him later on in the evening. And most of the people who know volleyball well enough to talk on it from a who's good. Oh, that was
just barely. Just barely from Coe. She just about got it down.
We can trust Jamie Beggerly to be an impartial judge down there.
Yeah, we can. Bonners and Kellogg connections.
But when those experts were saying that Kellogg was easily a top 4 team down there.
Yep.
Maybe not quite ready to be. Ooh, nice hit there. Well played by the Badgers. Maybe not quite ready to be a state champion just yet, but they definitely were better than they showed.
Yeah,
I
agree.
The last 5 sets of volleyball that they played. So.
And Josh, what also about that they're young and much respect to Van Hoos and Brandt and Wendt, who they lost, but I feel like this group is playing so well together this year, chemistry-wise. Sometimes that helps.
There's a cohesion here that we have not yet seen as Coach Moss takes a timeout. And I thought that Coach Steph Bruner was being real hard on her girls early on in the season. We talk day job at the news press, and we would talk about things, and she would say things like, you know, I don't like where we're at as a team just yet. I think we can go better. I think we can do better. All these things that normally don't sound like good things from a coach, but now that I'm watching, I'm seeing them and I'm going, she was right. Early on, the things that we're seeing now weren't quite there, but that's got to come with the territory of having 4 freshmen in your rotation.
Yeah.
You can't expect 4 freshmen, even if some of them are related.
And as a coach, knowing when to push and when to say, you know, I'm happy with what we're doing. I'm seeing a lot of good things, but knowing also when to push.
Serve from Cheney. Oh.
Which is basically a kill.
Which is brutal from anytime she hits the ball with that open hand. Oh, Grace Nearing. Uh-oh, Grace is smiling.
Yeah.
Grace is smiling. It's bad news when Grace is smiling. It's a nice smile, too. You just don't see it often. And in volleyball, really in sports, if you see Grace smiling, you should be concerned.
I'd like to see it after a few more threes in basketball.
Oh, absolutely.
Because she can do it.
Oh, gosh. All she could do there was just punch it up in the air. We got Olivia Sawyer in right now. Little Olivia playing the back row there for the Wildcats. Oh, everywhere. Wildcats are everywhere.
Outside, Jerome.
Oh, Macy Jerome again.
Jerome with, she's like a sniper over there. She just took out this back. I don't know who that was from. Oh, gosh, can I get a replay on that? I'm a little slow on the draw here, but Jerome just took her out right there.
And Cheney is just sending the heat. My goodness. Oh, and the block from Nearing goes out of bounds. Bonners stays alive for the moment. Wildcats had gone on a little bit of a run there.
Wildcats looking pretty. I guess they're always going to be young, but they're looking, you know, they've got some less experience. We got Sawyer out there. She's not afraid of anything.
Oh, Cheney.
Oh,
and it crawls over. It hits the net so hard that the net bows in.
Exactly.
Grace Nearing is all over the place. Cheney
with another hit.
If Cheney isn't a D1 college volleyball player, I mean, just think about where she was as a freshman.
Yep.
Then think about where she was last year.
Yep.
And where she has gone from sophomore to junior.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Stratospheric.
Well, she's got to, Josh. She's got her sister pushing her. You know, she can't rest on anything.
That's
so
true.
There's competition coming at all angles.
You would hate to be known as Maddie Cheney's
Look at this save
sister.
right here by the Wildcats. What a save here.
Oh, good hustle by Piper. Oh, the hustle.
Wildcats didn't want to give that point out.
And Pipkin acknowledging that she was right there and didn't make a play on it. Sometimes that's the equivalent of your bench guy putting his hand up in the air after a foul.
Yep.
Because we don't want our star to get in their own head. That's just good leadership skills by Pipkin right there. And the Wildcats get another one. It's almost a disadvantage to Bonners Ferry having to serve.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Kellogg, in the first set, it wasn't so much. I think Kellogg was still kind of getting their legs underneath them. But, you know, since then, Kellogg has done a great job of just reversing, taking advantage.
Oh, ace.
That was just a sinker.
Ace Nearing.
Anybody that's out there, some of our viewers, if you're watching, if you send us an email to kwildcatslive@gmail.com, we'd love to give you a shout out on the air.
Well, we still have time.
Yeah, we're running out of time. It's the way the Wildcats are playing, but we're just we're glad to do that. Welcome, Bonners Ferry. It's been a fun night.
Yeah, we had a good little back and forth going the other night with the Boundary County Live guys. I sent them the roster for the Kellogg girls because no one had gotten it to them. And between me and Mr. Steve Shepard.
Gosh, you know, like, we know how hard that is. I mean, if you don't get a roster, I mean, that's a tough job.
It's super frustrating. And, you know, when you're trying to, they kept talking, and it was funny because they'd be like, and who else but number 15? Like, I think at that point, number 15 had become such a haunting number for them. I was like, gosh, I better give them the name Haley Cheney because number 15 is starting to sound almost.
You know, Josh, and they pieced together as Pluid here, another name we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Had a good night tonight.
What a good block.
Lefty.
You're not ready for it.
They do the name game like we do. They go, Cheney, that's, are they related? Yep, they are related. They're sisters. They say, Nearing, that is her dad, the basketball coach. Yep, he is. So, I mean, like, we all do this in these small communities, and it's kind of fun to see the other side wonder about our names.
How the other side works.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Good hit by Pettish there.
So a little life here from Bonners. This is good to see. They are not going to be easy down the road. That's for sure. They are not going to be an easy out.
I feel like Bonners has to be clear-cut the second best team that I've seen.
Yeah.
From the IML.
I think Timberlake athletically looked more imposing, but then it just didn't feel like they didn't have this energy. It didn't seem like they did.
No, we had the mobile stream.
Yeah.
The mobile stream.
Yeah, the mobile crew. We had Ty and Buck on the road.
Yeah, up on there getting
road
that
warriors.
set up. Shout out to them, our producers, cameramen.
Buck Co, Ty Cheney.
Yeah. Oh, what a sinker that was. My goodness. Popped up. Free. Oh, Grace ducked it.
Yeah, Grace kind of thought about trying to play that and thought no, and then Pipkin was thinking the same thing. Just a little bit of hesitancy, but they're learning. Josh, as she gets new players in here, this is new, chemistry. They've got to learn to play together, and it's just all going to be good. The experience is all going to be good.
Well, and Pipkin playing definitely a lot. Oh, good hit there. Pipkin is playing a significantly larger amount of minutes than she was earlier in the season.
Yep.
And that has to do with the fact, we've seen the success, but just because you're playing well doesn't mean that you're necessarily in that full sync with your teammates.
Right.
So, as they're developing this synchronized relationship with one another, I have to believe that these other teams that they could possibly run into if and when we have a state tournament, good tip there. If and when we have a state tournament, all these games right now are really just leading up to, I think, what is the inevitable. Wildcats are probably going to win the IML. There's a good chance that they're going to run through their district tournament. At least no one's shown that they can really push them to that limit.
Right. Long term, right?
Yeah. Realistically, oh, gosh.
Nice dig there.
Scary.
Right?
Good play at the net by Jerome. Love every second of it there.
Pettish dug that, and that again, Moss had one before. I'm in almost as much of admiration for those ladies for digging those Haley Cheney kills as I am the kills themselves.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Haley Cheney serving, too.
Looks like she stepped on the line there.
She
Yeah.
had a line
that was
violation.
a killer serve, though.
And she sent it right at Moss. Moss didn't have make a decision.
Yeah, you can see she just got her foot on the line there, but
that's a tough blow for the Wildcats, who probably could have rode Cheney to a win here.
And hey, we've got a shout out, Josh. The all call worked. Good work, Coach Steph Bruner. I'm so proud of you. Your girls look awesome tonight. With love, Stacy Hoffman.
Oh, Stace.
So Stacy's got a little shout out going there.
I love Stace. I adore her. I went to school with, 3 of her daughters.
And then,
graduated with 2 of them. And then Stacy, she's just a kind soul, but now my oldest son, as Cheney gets just a brutal kill there. My oldest son happens to be in the same grade as her son.
There you go. Yep,
so,
there you go.
She was like an aunt to me, and now we're parent peers.
Yeah.
So I hope that doesn't make you feel old, Stacy. It makes me feel old for sure.
Geez, Josh, she does a shout out, and you start aging her and telling her how old she is. But
she knows how much
she
I love
doesn't
her.
look a day over 29. So
no, not even a day.
No. We got another shout out coming up here after this. If we get an opportunity here, we got a little net action there by the Wildcats. None other than, we love to say the word freshman, Josh, with our volleyball players, and we got a shout out to Macy Jerome from Aunt Carrie and Uncle Thad, none other than Thad Samuelson, one of my favoriteest golf coaches and just golf parents of my career.
Yeah.
And Kerry, of course, tuning in, and probably Avery. I'm betting Avery's watching, or he might be in bed by now, but maybe not. Avery might be up partying watching the Wildcats.
Avery doesn't miss Wildcat stuff.
And Avery knows YouTube, I can tell you that.
Nice play there. A little bit of that miscommunication again. Wildcats adjust, make the play, and what are we gonna get here? Double hit. A double hit on a bump. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I haven't either. At least not recently.
Seems tough. Wildcats just four short points away from taking this one, and Grace Nearing doing her best Mariano Rivera impression right now. Oh, and I spoke too soon. I jinxed her.
And there's some life. Yep. Bonner says not so fast.
21-16 right now, the Wildcats lead.
Thanks for sending messages in, Stacy, Thad, Kerry, and Avery too. Avery, we're glad you're watching if you are. If not, you'll watch it later on YouTube, we know.
Oh, the tip back. That was slick.
That
Did Grace
was
Nearing
pretty
tip that
sneaky.
backwards? If she tipped that into the backcourt to set up a Maddie Cheney hit, I mean, we'll see the replay. If it was blocked, that's cool.
No, she did tip it back.
She tipped it back.
She saved it
Oh.
to give it to her teammate.
Oh, filthy.
I love replay.
Super filthy there by Grace Nearing. Oh, and that just sinks over the net. And I feel like, nice hit there. Pettish is probably the one they want hitting the ball right now. Maddie Cheney with the left. And that's going to drop safely out of bounds. Wildcats 2 points away here. Oh, and my lovely wife gets a game touch.
Little assist there. She's also taking pictures. Josh, good job keeping her hard at work down there. She delivered you a beverage here tonight,
Yeah,
and she's down taking pictures for you. Well done.
Liquid Death sparkling water.
There we go.
Sounds terrifying.
It sounds refreshing and terrifying at the same time.
Yeah. First I was like, you can't bring beer to the school.
Tonight's match brought to you by Liquid Death.
Murder your thirst. If you guys hear this, see how good we did there?
Oh, boy.
Wildcats
Get at us, Liquid Death. We're here for your ad
Yeah.
spots here. Kellogg, Idaho, Andrews Gym.
Oh, and right now, ad space is in
We've
high
got
demand.
ad space, yeah.
The Wildcats are making quick work of their opponents, eliminating about, I don't know, what, 40% of our
Yeah,
our ad
they're
time.
giving us very limited time to do shout outs and ads. So
Premium space right now. Maddie Cheney looking to close this out for the Wildcats. And there's one. Pettish, little misdirection. Cheney right there to keep it back into play. Good hit there. Oh, Piper Rainio just couldn't keep it in. And that hit there by Abu Bakari.
yeah, she's been a little bit quiet here the last
It's
set
like
and a half.
I
but,
showed up and she didn't.
Yeah,
she
I
stopped
mean-
playing as aggressive.
But I just think Kellogg is, once they get rolling, it's so fast paced that you just you gotta get in and get involved or you're not gonna be there.
Like I said, serving to the Wildcats, really not an advantage as Emily Coe goes up. Oh, good play right there.
That was Moss again. Moss just on the hustle.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Yeah.
Oh, and Pettish, there's just nothing you can do.
No.
Like, don't feel bad. Don't feel bad. Shout out the hustle play there that kept that in play. As soon as I saw Nearing serve that backwards, that little wraparound move that her and Cheney do.
That Cheney got that underneath the front line. That was incredible.
Serve right there, creeps over. Good hit, blocked in the net. And Bonners stays alive.
Well,
24-18.
we've got more time for a shout out if someone would send us an email, but it's not going to last for long, ladies and gentlemen.
In fact,
I mean, we're not calling this thing over yet, but
we've seen crazier things for sure.
Abu Bakari getting the serve there.
Oh, the set wasn't there. Grace Nearing apologizing. Good tip. Cheney right
Set
there.
it up for her.
Uh-oh, I owe you one.
Close it.
I owe you one. Oh. I always talk about Russell Wilson whenever he makes a bad play to one of his receivers. I almost automatically know that it's going to that receiver again on the
That's
next
right,
play
right.
because he wants to make up for the bad play he just had. And right there, Grace Nearing, she owed Cheney one and definitely came through.
We're going to watch that clincher there, Josh, here one more time. Nice, perfect set there, and that's it. That's all she wrote.
Nothing you can do. Wildcats improved to, I believe, 7-2 on the season. Those only 2 losses coming at the hands of Post Falls.
Yeah.
Like, that is crazy. They're also 5-0 in Intermountain League play. And if we're being real specific, 15-1 when it comes to sets in Intermountain League play.
Yeah, if you break it down that way, that is super impressive.
That is one of the most incredible feats and incredible records we have going right now. I'm really excited to watch these girls keep rolling. I feel like we have another game this week.
I think we have one, Josh. Coeur d'Alene Charter on Thursday, but I don't think there's a JV. I think it's a 6 o'clock varsity.
6 o'clock varsity time?
So we better be here at 6:40 because they're going to, hopefully they don't start 10 minutes early again.
5:40. Be here 5:40.
5:40, yeah. Get my times right. Yeah, I'll be an hour late.
If they're going to start early on us, then we better be here on time. So
yeah. Well, Josh, let's go ahead and take a quick break here. We'll go to the alma mater. We're going to try to keep.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, the alma mater there, a tradition that was brought back to life last year and has been kind of kept alive even in COVID times.
We got to keep the flame burning during COVID, Josh.
Yes. What a dominant win there by the Wildcats. Coming from behind in the first set where they kind of looked a little flat-footed at times, but they got it together to make the comeback. An absolutely dominant second set. And then set number 3, just kind of handling their business.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because some of these girls' stat lines, honestly, when you look at them in the box scores, they don't look nearly as dominant as you think.
Right.
Haley Cheney coming up with 21 kills in a 3-set match. That's incredible. That's 7 a set, but people would look at that, and if they don't look at how many sets it took, it's not as great, but they're just not giving the other team the opportunity, which really makes them dangerous, and I'm absolutely loving watching them play this year.
Well, I am too, and again, Josh, we'll keep the theme going of I'm just glad we're doing what we have to do to be able to keep playing, because it's good to see these kids together and playing. And I hope, like you said earlier, you alluded to this, I hope we have a district and a state tournament.
Absolutely, because I feel like our Wildcats have a real good shot in both.
I do too.
It's a little selfish, but wow, that was a quick little hour and 15-minute jaunt for you Wildcat fans. That's how good your Lady Wildcats are this year. For Simon Miller, I am Josh McDonald. Thank you so much for watching Wildcats Live. We'll see you Thursday.
Go Cats.